What was your experience like? What did you think? Oh!
What?
I forgot to tell you guys something.
What?
This was our first date anniversary dinner.
True.
Wow, how did you forget
to
that?
Celebrate when we first went out.
Hey, this is Amir.
This is Diana.
And you're watching
VEGANTWOSOME.
Welcome back to our channel. If this is your first time here and you're interested in vegan food and all other vegan things, you're in the right place. Sit back, grab yourself smallest amount of food possible and enjoy this episode. We have new shows every Sunday. We're still here in the Big Apple.
Today we had dinner at the Dirt Candy.
Let me tell you, y'all, this place is fancy.
I don't think it gives off like a fancy, pretentious vibe.
Let's talk about the location.
Dirt Candy is in the Lower East Side, walking distance from our hotel, which is great. We've been taking the subway everywhere. So for dinner, we got to just walk there.
Now, Lower East Side sounds hard as nails. Is this place hard as nails?
No, it's not.
Let's talk about the interior.
They had seating at the bar and also tables, and we were lucky to have a table by the window that gave us some light. So that was good for shooting. Otherwise, it looks a little bit dim throughout the restaurant.
Let's talk about the concept, because it's a set menu, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And this is not a vegan place. I thought it was a vegan place, but it's not a vegan place. It's a vegetarian place. Some of the dishes may have eggs in them or cheese in them, but they have a vegan version as well if you ask for it. In fact, they ask you, say, anybody vegan? Like, the two some are here. What you talking about, fool?
It's a fixed price menu. It's $95 per person, but that includes gratuity, but not tax.
Right.
And then drinks are on top of that.
Let's start with the concept. It's a 5-course meal, and then we got some drinks on top of that.
Mm-hmm. And they also added a few dishes to our 5-course meal.
We call it a gift.
Yes.
Gifted us some food.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, should we start with drinks?
Yeah.
All right, what did you get?
I got a vodka-based slushie, and you could choose from different vegetable flavors. I chose carrot ginger.
I got the 24-karat gold martini, which was obviously a carrot-based. Drink carrot juice is my favorite kind of juice, so I was like, hey, I try it. I'll go for it. What do you think?
Of your drink?
Yeah, let's go. Let's talk about my drink first.
Your drink was very strong.
Right.
Oof. And because it was so strong, I think it kind of overpowered some of the other flavors, like the carrot flavor. I didn't feel like it was very carroty in the end.
Really? No, I could definitely taste the carrot. And it was strong, but I don't think it was overpowering, like you say. I think it was easy to drink. It wasn't like, whoa, that's alcoholic. I could have drank a whole bottle of it. Like,
One, two, three.
Boom. Let's talk about your slushie. What do you think?
The first sip I took, I was like, this reminds me of when we buy the turmeric ginger bottle of juice in a slushie form. I was like, oh, this is such a familiar flavor. And it was so easy to drink. Like comparing my drink with Amir's drink, mine was so easy to drink. That's why after I had mine and then tasted his, I felt like there was a big difference with the alcohol level. So I really liked my drink. What did you think?
I actually quite like your drink. I thought it was very good. I enjoyed it. I would have been happy if that's what I would have got.
Good. I felt like it was so interesting to have a vegetable-based alcoholic drink, just like yours.
Yeah.
How cool.
Very cool. Shall we?
One, two, three.
Oh my, give me this one 5 as well. We're just gonna describe all the different dishes and then we're gonna grade the experience as a whole. The first dish, what was it called?
It was an artichoke and sunchoke flan with caviar on top.
What is flan?
It's like a custard. I really liked it. I like the saltiness of the caviar and the texture of it. And the flan itself, it was really well flavored. Interesting textures with that creaminess, softness of the flan. I feel like there's a lot of sunchoke use.
I thought the sunchoke was very good. The flan itself at first was a little bit weird, but once you mix that with the what was the caviar supposed to be?
I'm not sure what it's made of.
Whatever kind of a seed it was or whatever it was really good. It was fake caviar, obviously. Next, they gifted us onion tartare. And I thought this was interesting as well. It had these chips thingy on the top that kind of reminded me of a hickory sticks. And the onion was really good. It was a really interesting way of cooking onion. You couldn't even taste the onion.
I thought it was cool to make tartare out of onion. I would never thought of that. The texture kind of really did seem like a tartare. I enjoyed it.
Next, we got this mushroom crepe cake with a mushroom tea. This was a strange one, wasn't it?
I really liked it. I liked mushrooms. And when you see the crepe cake, like just all the layers of it, it really did look like a sweet version that you would normally buy at a bakery, but this one was a savory mushroom version. And then it came with a little cup of mushroom tea, like mushroom broth. So the server said, you take a little bit of the crepe cake and then you sip a little bit of the tea.
The server said the chef suggested. In fact, the server said that quite a bit. And I was like, does the chef wants to come here and just eat the fucking thing for me?
No,
like,
man.
Yeah, at first I just had the mushroom cake on its own and I thought it was just decent. And then I did what the chef had suggested and had a piece of a cake and then had some of the drink. It was really good.
The drink was so good.
It really sent it home.
Yeah. So the chef was right.
The chef knew what he was talking about.
Or her. I think that's a female.
Or them.
True.
The next was a carrot slider.
And this was a gift too.
It was like a little tiny miniature burger with the carrot as a patty. What do you think of this?
So interesting carrot bun. That was nice and soft. The carrot patty, the sauce inside it, the little piece of lettuce, and then the sauce dotted on the plate. It was really good. I would never have thought to infuse carrot in all these different ways. And the flavors were so good. The sauce was really good with all of that together. I really liked it. What did you think?
Well, you know how you could get those carrot hot dogs?
You can?
Yeah, it's like a vegetarian hot dog. They make them out of carrot.
I've
That's
never
a thing.
had it.
Yeah, me neither.
Where do you get it then?
It's a thing. Like they have them at like vegan festivals. And
I've never had one.
Yeah, me neither. I've never was interested.
I've never even seen one.
It's a thing. Trust me. After eating this today, I was like, holy crap, that's freaking good. That was as good as any burger I've had. I would have had a giant one of it. I would have no problem. So next time I come across one of those, carrot hot dogs, I would definitely have it because I couldn't have imagined carrot could be so delicious. I love carrots, don't get me wrong, but in a burger form or a hot dog form.
Next, we had the kale noodles. I didn't like it. I was quite disappointed in this dish. I love pasta. This was kale-infused pasta. Everything about it was kale. It's very green, you can see. There wasn't enough richness or saltiness. It was more filling because it was a carb dish, but it wasn't that good.
I agree. I thought this was one of the weakest ones as well. You could have used more flavor for sure. And the fact that it was kind of all green was kind of a turn off for me because visually it was just not that interesting. We have one more savory, don't we? What was it? Some kind of a bell pepper dish. What was it called?
It was bell pepper stuffed with larb, and on top of that was sticky rice, and then it was sprinkled with shallots, and then the server suggested we mix everything together, and to make it easier to mix, he poured another bell pepper sauce on top of it.
Again, it wasn't the server suggesting it. The chef had suggested.
Sure. I thought it was my favorite dish of the night.
Oh, whoa.
I really enjoyed the flavors all together. I feel like this is probably the most familiar flavors, the most normal dish. Like I can imagine this being served at, you know, a restaurant.
Thai restaurant.
Yeah. What did you think?
I thought it was quite delicious as well. The sticky rice was good. It could have been stickier. Overall, decent. No complaints. After we ate all of these, they brought us some dessert, didn't they? What did we get for dessert?
For dessert, we had a mustard green sorbet on top of meringue with caramelized apples inside. Mustard greens, what a choice as a sorbet flavor. You could taste the mustard greens, but then the meringue was quite sweet, and so you put all of that together and it kind of balanced off the mustard green taste. I really like the little bits of apples that you found inside after eating a little bit of the dessert. Very, very interesting, creative, not a common food combination, especially for dessert, but it kind of worked.
I thought it was really interesting as well. Definitely not something I would ever in a billion years order if I see on the menu. But I thought it was really good. It was really sweet. It was really tasty. The apples definitely sent it home. Once I got to the apples, I was like, whoa, hello. What's your name, Mr. Apple? You're delicious. And before we went home, they gifted us one more dish. Generous, generous people at this place.
They were Parsnip Tarts. Your more typical dessert for sure. They were sweet and it was just like a small bite size to finish the meal. It was okay.
Tiny. Just pop it, forget about it, which I actually did. I was just like, I had no idea what she was talking about at first, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that thing. It was tiny, but yummy. Experience. What do you think?
I really wanted to try dirt candy because I had heard really good reviews about it. And also this year, they just received 1 Michelin star. Congratulations. I really enjoyed the experience. I love how creative the dishes are. A lot of combinations and flavors that are really unique. The presentation was pretty, colorful. They must make everything in-house, and there was nothing processed.
Of course they make everything in-house.
But like there's nothing really processed. I felt like it was a really healthy meal.
Anyway, should we grade the whole experience?
Yes, please.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Why would you not give it a 5? What happened?
I give them credit for their creativity. However, I feel like I've had better vegan fine dining before.
Anyways, that's what we think. If you're from New York or your New York area, go ahead, try this place out. And as always, let us know in the comments what you think. Or if you've been there before, let us know what you think. Would you ever go back to Dirt Candy? I just got that name, by the way. Huh. Would you ever go back to Dirt Candy? Genius. And dine again?
I would, because their menu changes with the seasons. So depending on when you visit, you probably have different dishes to try. Would you go back to Dirt Candy?
Yes, I actually enjoyed the experience quite a bit. I'm not a big fancy dining guy. I would rather go to Hard House, which is a burger place owned by Kevin Hart. We went to it in LA. I'm gonna leave a link to that episode in the comments. You could check it out if you haven't. But this was a good experience. Everybody was nice. The food was good. I would go back again. If you enjoyed this episode and you like the kind of videos we do yourself a favor. Go ahead, press that subscribe button.
Give it a thumbs up.
And ring that bell so you won't miss any episodes. Because if you do, it'd be crazy. Take a look at this video on Diana's head. It's a good one.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.